Hey, everybody. I'm so glad to be here. So glad that you're watching. Thank you so much. And welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time. Wanted to give some updates. My website is awakenedalliance.org. It's a private membership association, meaning that it's self-governed, self-everything, self-regulated, self-governed. And that means I have to keep it completely private from the public arena. So that's why you have to buy a membership in order to get in and purchase services, but you get the money back on your first order. So it's really free, but it is a gateway into kind of a private community of like-minded people. Okay, so just wanted to give a couple of updates. One is that I'm now taking XRP and XLM as payment, or will be. I have put my Stellar address on my services page. I just want to offer some alternatives. You guys know that I barter and trade, because at the bottom of my services, it actually has a form that you can fill out, or you can feel free to email me and let me know what types of things you would trade with me. I have a gal who gets True Love check-ins, and she trades my cat's favorite treats. and she's one of my admins, and she's so sweet, and she'll give me, like, if she finds like really neat deals on things, or finds something really cool on Jackson Galaxy, she'll send me stuff. So I love having connections like that, where if the whole world goes crazy and whatever else, we are giving to each other in these ways. Someone recently said, can I, she wanted to make up for the difference between like the price of this and doing this, and she asked if she could give me some Melaleuca products, and I said, yeah, absolutely. So if I find value in it, I'm happy to do some kind of a trade or barter coming in the coming days. And obviously I would always take silver or gold, and now XRP and XLM. So so there are always ways around things, and our money system is about to crash. So I just think everybody needs to be offering alternatives at this time, or making connections so that we can stay together, so that we can be arm in arm and face this thing together and be there for each other as best we can, and offer things that are kind of outside of our norm. I guess we're being stretched outside our comfort zone, or our norm. So I think it's good to be, if you're a business yourself, it would be a really great idea to be considering some of these alternatives to your clients or customers. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about supporting the chosen ones. Many of you who are on my channel, not all of you, but many of you who are on my channel are experiencing black magic attacks. And I think myself personally, being somebody who connects with God on a regular basis all the time, 24/7, even though I swear, people can be funny when they jump to conclusions about people because based on something so silly, but there are a lot of silly things. There are a lot of silly things people base things like that off of, and we're going to talk about something like that in a moment. But a lot of you who are experiencing a lot of psychic attack, it's most likely, the dark side isn't going to waste its time and energy on people who are not worth it, So take it as a compliment, first and foremost. And it's most likely because you've had a really good glimpse at God. Like for myself, when I was enlightened years ago for 6 months, they know that I know what's really going on a deep, deep level. I'm also spending hours every single day doing energy work, blissings, prayers to help clear the world and the world's circumstances. I look under every rock and in every crack. I take the circumstances in my life, the things that happen to me, thank you, demons, for attacking me, because when that happens, I become aware of the games they play, and I become aware of, all the different tactics and all the different nuances of dealing with the dark side, so that I could then report them to you and clear them all out. So, and I don't just clear things for myself. I clear them first for the daily boosters. Well, for myself, then the daily boosters, then the whole world. So, or maybe all of that at the same time, actually. So, but I'm really diligent about it. And the dark forces do not like me letting you guys know what's going on. Why do I let you guys know what's going on, even though it's a scary topic? Oh my gosh, she talks about demons. Because if you're aware, it's not to become afraid. It is to become aware so that you can be the king or the queen, and you can command and demand goodness in your kingdom. Okay? You cannot properly overlook your domain, whatever that is, whatever your kingdom is. You cannot properly protect it if you don't know what the hell's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to know what's going on so that you can have things in place to protect your kingdom. I mean, you would be such an irresponsible ruler and leader if you didn't have knowledge. Okay. So that's what I'm here to provide for you guys. And I love watching Stephanie P. Smith. I'm so glad that I got into her. She's just a sweetheart. And she just has a lot of really great insights that she also gets from God. So I love it. We're all working together. We all work together for good. So yes, we are getting attacked. So we are in special circumstances, and a lot of you are going for help in certain places, trying to learn how to push against the pretend government that doesn't actually exist, and all of their tactics, and all these people, trying to, make you owe them, or whatever the evil ways they're trying, because it really is evil what they're trying to do. They're scamming everybody with mortgages and with credit cards. All of it is scams. If you guys don't understand what I'm talking about, please read those books that I gave you guys on Instagram. I showed a picture of it. I forget the guy's name, but just put in UCC Connection, and he's got like 3 or 4 books. Read all of those books, and you will be up to speed on what's happening in our world. Okay. I mean, it doesn't talk about all the evil, nasty, gross stuff that we don't want to hear about. It actually just tells you about your rights, what you should say, what you shouldn't say, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. I mean, and it is a quick read. They're little books. They're short. They're thin. You could get through one in a day fairly easily if you really concentrate. I advise you to take some index cards and, use them as flashcards, and constantly test yourself and ask yourself, what do you do if this? What do you do if that? What do you do if this? So that you can really get it in your head. The cool thing is, once you figure it out and you see the big, big picture, then you see how they orchestrate it all, and you start going, okay, I got the swing of it now. It's all pretty simple, and it's all pretty basic. If you just know a few simple things, you can get out of just about anything. And when I say get out of, that means be a free person in this world to navigate. Like you thought you were free before, but you were not. If you've been paying credit cards, if you've been paying taxes, if you've been getting a mortgage, if you've been doing all the normal things that people do, you've been a slave without even knowing it. And they've been making so much money off of you. It's ridiculous. So go educate yourself. Please at least do that. I don't care if you're in another country. These things still apply. They still have mortgages in other countries. They still have taxes in other countries, don't they? They still have rules and regulations, which are totally fake, in other countries. Okay, so you guys need to just know what's going on. So please read those books. All right, back to the chosen ones. Okay, now you precious sweethearts, you guys are good people, and you're fighting for good. Whether you're doing it to the degree that I'm doing, or you're just praying sometimes, or you're just a good person trying to do good things, and maybe you're working at a shelter and you're moving hearts, and they hate that. They hate that. So we are being targeted right now. But God is allowing it so that we can get trained, so we can exercise those muscles and get the education that we need to in order to fight evil and to be strong. So our animals are going through the similar process. They're getting stronger. And this is so that we will never let this kind of thing happen to us again. And so we just keep getting stronger and stronger. Our protection gets stronger and stronger. Those of you in the daily boost are really getting it. I had somebody, this is so cool. I had somebody, one of my daily boosters had a reading, and she said, the weirdest thing happened to me the other day. I went to an event, and the lady running the event, and she didn't tell me who it was or anything. She's like, the lady running the event wouldn't look at me. She wouldn't call on me. She wouldn't look at me. She acted very, very nervous around me. And she goes, can you please tell me what was going on with that? And I said, well, she's got a lot of demons. She's definitely got a lot of demons, and she knows that you are good. She knows that you're on the side of good. And I said, oh man, I said, I almost feel like she knows my stamp is on you in a way. Like she knows you're one of mine. And she was like, oh, wow, that's interesting. And I was like, yeah. Like, I wonder if she knows who I am somehow. Or I wonder if, I said, I wonder I said, what's her name? And when she told me her name, I about fell out of my chair. She used to be a friend of mine. And I stopped being friends with her because she was so negative. Like she was so scared and so negative. She was just, demons were running rampant. And she, was in circumstances she wasn't changing. She needed to empower herself and get the heck out of there because she was just surrounded by negativity. So I couldn't, if somebody is not able or willing to make changes and I don't see them actually making progress, then why be there? It doesn't make any sense for me to be there. It just, to attach my energy to that means it's going to drag me down and become a weight for me. And I can't have that in my life. So I was like, that couldn't have been more true. And I've seen, like, even when I walk into a public place, a post office, a restaurant, I don't care where it is, when I walk in there, I'll see heads slowly turn and look at me and be like, oh shit. Because they know, the demons on them know, and the daily boosters, you guys, as you're walking out in public, the demons will look at you and be like, oh shit, Amy Satori, I'm screwed. Stay away from her. Stay away, and they'll be like, stay away, go over here, do this, distract yourself with that. Don't look at her, don't look at her, I thought that was like one of the coolest stories. So we are very, very protected, and we have God's mark on us. A lot of you have been enlightened like me. A lot of you have had those experiences where you just know, and you maybe even feel like some sort of angel. And there are lots of different kinds. There are earth angels, and I don't know what all the different types of angels are. I'll tell you guys when I don't know something. If I get something intuitively, if you ask me that, I'll tell you that, like, the type or what kind of angel, or like what your job is and stuff. I have no idea. I've never studied that, and I'm not really all that interested in it, but it exists. And a lot of you are angels, and a lot of you will get a lot of resistance. So this is what we're going to get into next. So I had, my landlord, or not my landlord, but the leasing company just wrote me a text message saying, we're going to be coming to your place to inspect it. And that's always threatening in itself, just to tell somebody, I'm going to come into your home, just so you know, and snoop around. That you're always going to be like, what? Unless they tell you, like, in advance, like when you sign the lease, if they say, hey, every year we're going to, come take a look, if that's okay with you, if they're respectful about it and they act, really cool about it, then yeah, of course. But if you've never heard of it and all of a sudden it's appearing out of nowhere, and when you're attacked by black magic like I am, I mean, I had red flags all over it. I mean, when I got that text, I was like, oh no, like, demons are going to really have a good time with this. You guys, Demons have choked my cats, made them swallow things they shouldn't, made them fall from things, break their ribs. What else has happened? They're poisoned them, made them eat pesticides, made them put pesticides in the food that they were eating that's normally clean, put stuff in their water. They've polluted, like, I can't even tell you all the bills I've had to pay to heal my cats, like giving them particular supplements and giving them like whatever, time and my energy. And just it's always a struggle to even get my cats to eat sometimes, I mean, this is like full on launched attacks, and it's not because I'm a bad person, and neither are you guys. And don't let anybody act like you are. Okay? You are God's child, and you are favored. You are being trained. That's what this is about, okay? In the days ahead, people will treat you very differently and have a lot of respect for you. Right now, people are just confused, and they are even afraid of their own demons being shown. That's probably, you've rubbed people the wrong way and triggered people a lot in your life because you're a good-hearted person, and being good-hearted comes naturally to you. Truth comes naturally to you. Integrity comes naturally to you, okay? So you're going to get pushback with people who listen to demons a lot. So, I told my landlord, and thank God he knows the work that I do here on my channel and everything. And I said, this has got demons written all over it. I don't want to have anything to do with this. I do not consent to this. Besides, I'm leaving in a few months anyway, so they can inspect when I go to leave. It's got to, like, coming into the time of common law is something you work out with both people. It's got to feel comfortable. It's got to be in full disclosure. This is why I'm coming. This is what I'm looking for when I get there. And all of that. So I was really glad he honored that. And he was just like, no, if you're not comfortable, I'm not, no. Because he also probably doesn't want to be responsible on the spiritual side of things for having put one of God's children or one of God's chosen ones, not from a narcissistic perspective. I'm saying there are very, very few of us who live this way, who are kind, loving, compassionate, and truly genuine. It is very, very rare. Okay. So he probably does not want the responsibility or the consequence of not backing me up in a way, He doesn't want to have that guilty conscience of something having happened when the person comes into the home and finds this and finds that and finds that and whatever else happens, because demons are whispering in their ears. And believe you me, anything that's bad in your life, even the cats, when they were to eat the strings, there was a demon whispering, eat that. Oh gosh, don't let her keep you from strings. You go get that string. Oh, in fact, doesn't it taste great? Eat it. Demons are like doing this all the time. And it sounds like our own voice, and they even trick our animals. And they get them, to want to get outside really bad. And then they'll run straight outside and eat poisonous weeds, or run straight outside and roll around in, arsenic. I mean, trust me, I have had clients who've come to me with all this, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I mean, and they're telling, like, if you've had anything that you guys, I've heard you guys say, like, oh, I don't know, I think that person was just in a bad mood, or this happened or that happened. And it's like, demons will set you up. A whole string of events will happen and unfold for your downfall, to bring you down, to make you pay something when you don't have a lot of money, or to be like, give you a flat tire, or to make somebody turn left instead of right and they hit your car, or to make, or to, they're always in people's heads. And most people, like 99% of our population, listen to that. They are listening to demons. So at least for now, we have to be very diligent, and we have to be praying a lot, and we have to be doing our blessings, and we got to be doing our prayers, and we got to be holding a high vibration. We got to be giving them the opposite of what they want, because they're trying to suck up our loose. They're trying to take the negative energy, the worry, the fret, all of that stuff, which to me is more like what do you call it? Because you could say that I was worried about the text. I wasn't worried. I was diligent. I said this, my intuition went beep, 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 and I listened to the intuition, because that's God saying, hey, danger, danger here. Okay. That's not worry. That's, I need to say no. I need to set a boundary right here because this does not feel good to me at all. That's not worry, and that's not fear. That's like telling a demon, no, you're not coming into my home. No, you're not going to persuade that person to do something that's going to cause any kind of problem or damage or upset or tyranny or any of it. Like none of that kind of energy is entering into my home. If anything ever comes into my home, it's going to be invited. You know, you are not coming in here or on this property unless I say that it's okay, because I love myself. I care about my energy, and I care about my energy field. And this place is a sanctuary to me, and it gets attacked a lot. Okay. Because they know that. They know it's a special place. So, right? She's agreeing. So, having said all of that, you know, like he was a good professional and respected my privacy and respected that I was uncomfortable. That's the way we run business. So I have a list that I put here. I'm going to try to do it here, and then I'm going to check the list afterwards. But I want to just give you guys a list. This is either choosing the people that you deal with, professionals that you deal with on a regular basis, or if you're going to be a business, these are also really good things to keep in mind. Okay. When you're dealing with a client, and this is also what makes me really, really good. And this is why I get word of mouth. My whole business is built on word of mouth. I don't think I've done any advertising whatsoever at all. And I've always had a good flow of business, always kept afloat. So, you know, and even some months I've just been like off the charts. I've been incredibly successful for a long time. And yes, one of the reasons for that is that I'm in God's purpose. I'm living my purpose. I'm doing what God wants me to do. I'm listening to God. When you listen to God, good things happen for you. When you don't listen to God, bad things happen to you. Is a very simple way to put it. All right. Not listening to God means that you're actually listening to demons. You don't want to be doing that. And I'm here on my channel teaching you what that looks like so that you can avoid those pitfalls. Listen to the angels, listen to God only. Okay. So here's how you do this in business. When I get on the phone with somebody, and I don't care what they're calling me about, it could be for a healing, it could be for their divine masculine counterpart, it could be for, I don't know, going to an interview and they want to make sure everything's going to be safe, or it could be, how do you feel like the next 6 months are going to be for me, or what do you think my boss thinks of me, or what do I do about my estranged family when they won't talk to me, or whatever. It doesn't even matter. And I may not even, and let's just say I don't know them. On the first call, when somebody calls me, my objective is to be present. First and foremost, I am present with that person. That means that I have practiced meditation and I am able to tune out the demons. What are the demons? The demons are our ego. It's the part of us that acts skeptical, it acts judgmental, it tries to put a label on things. Those are demons. You're listening to demons if you're letting that kind of commentary go in the back of your mind as you're listening to somebody or reading the email or whatever it is you're doing. So somebody comes to me, I blank my mind completely. I connect with them like they are my very best friend. While we're doing a session, now I've had people, we'll get into this in a minute. So I connect with them as if they're my best friend and they are the most important VIP I'll ever have in my life. I give you my 100% attention. I mean, some things happen distracting in my environment sometimes, but I'm still completely, totally with you. And if I'm not, I'll apologize. I'll make up for it somehow. I'm always about fairness too. I do not like taking advantage of anybody or taking them for granted. And I also don't like them to do the same to me, obviously. I want to be treated the way that I treat people, okay? So, and we'll get to that too. So, treat them like your very best friend and let your actions follow up with your words. So, don't pretend to be somebody that you're not. Just totally be in your integrity. If you don't know something, then say you don't know something, like I just did about the angels and stuff. I don't know. If you were to ask me in a session, I would close my eyes or focus, and I would just see what God's answer was to that. And I would tell you what I could come up with my intuition, with God's voice, right? God speaking through me, God channeling in these sessions. So I connect with you on a heart level, and I give you my 100%. And I don't care whether you are a robot, transvestite, gay, another color, another race, another creed. I don't care if you're anything. And now, if you're flat out evil, or if you have bad intentions in coming to me and you deal with black magic, I'm not having any of it. I have to protect my space, and I cannot take another attack. So those of you who have ill intentions, or you're just flat out like pretty wicked or very gossipy or very negative in general, like those kind of people, like God will be like, no, do not go there with that person. Don't, you're going to bring on a whole mess of even more than what you got. So I'm clean, but I'm just saying, if a person genuinely comes to me for help, truly they're coming from a good place and they truly want help, I do not cast any judgment on them. I do not think that I'm better than them. I do not put them beneath me. I do not say that whatever judgment calls that they've made is wrong compared to what I would choose to do, or the way that I would look at it. Don't do that. Don't do that for a couple reasons. For one, we're coming into a time of integrity, of authenticity. Everyone needs to be honored and respected exactly for how they are and who they are and where they're at in life. And you don't know. Don't assume anything. That's the other thing. Do not assume anything. I went to do some paperwork, for example. Went to do some paperwork, and I was thinking, I need to protect myself. Because of all the activity going on in my life, and I know how tricky demons are, I have to have some kind of, way out, or some kind of something that assures me. And I didn't know what I was doing in that area. So I had to rely on a professional to let me know what to do. And their response was very judgmental. Why would you think that way? That's not the way it works. I was like, wow, I thought you were a professional here to support me. Now I know you're actually just here to judge me. That's not support. Support would be, oh, okay, I hear your concerns. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, can you explain more to me as to why you would, what's going on that you feel you need that? And I would explain, oh, well, I'm getting attacked. All my animals have nearly died. I've nearly been killed a few times. I've gone through this, that, and the other thing. She'd be like, whoa, wow. Wow, I didn't realize. I mean, I don't delve in that energetic realm all the time like you do. You must know a lot about that. Maybe someday you could help me with something in that area. Don't scoff at anybody. Don't make fun of anybody, and don't make them out to be insecure, because they may have different things going on in their lives you're unaware of, or maybe they even know more information than you do, like the way that demons manipulate people and whatnot. Give people the benefit of the doubt and treat them with kindness and respect. If you're really going to be considered a professional and have a good name for yourself, and if you're going to really grow your business, you got to drop your ego and drop those demons quick. Listen with compassion. Listen in an interested way. Be very interested and gain clarity, and give the person more than what they're asking for. Don't give them those little short answers, yes or no. Obviously, the person, if they're coming to you making the effort, that's a difficult thing to reach out to somebody and ask for help. It feels subservient sometimes. You're the one with all the power because you're the one with all the education on this. You're the one who knows about this subject. I have to go to you. Honor that, respect that position, and give that person more than what they're asking for. Feel into that. What is it that they really want here? And how can I best help them, actually help them? Like if I were writing to somebody and if I were asking, look, I'm trying to compare this and this, what do you think? You know, I would go, oh, I think they're trying to figure this out and that out and that out. So let me get more clarity. Let me ask more questions. Or I could send them some resources, or I could tell them, in this one video, I really go into that if you want to take a look at it. Or I've heard that this channel talks about that. I do that all the time with my customers. That's the other thing. Never, ever say no to somebody. Never say no, ever. You should never just say no. That drives me crazy when you talk to companies and they'll be like, no, whichever form that comes in. No. I'm like, okay, so obviously I'm looking for a solution to something, right? What does no say? You just wasted 10 minutes of my time waiting on hold to get that answer. I don't do that to people. If I have a no, if I have to say no to somebody, I usually explain, I don't, maybe not explain why. If I can't do a reading for you because you have really horrible energy or you have bad intentions, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say, God tells me to say no. But I'm just saying, if you say no to somebody because you don't provide that, or you don't, whatever it is, I would say, look here, go here, investigate this subject, go to YouTube and put in the search, blah, blah, blah. It should come up. And if you have further questions, if I know whatever that is, I would help you however I can. I do that in Telegram for people a lot. In Instagram, if I know the answer off the top of my head, I'll tell them real quick. I don't play games with people's heads. I don't hold things over them like I have all the power. So I'm only going to answer yes or no, I'm actually there to help. Some of these places are not being professional. Some of these places are just playing games because they know they're holding it over you that they have more knowledge than you. And that's because they're insecure. So do not be that person. Do not be insecure so you pick on somebody and you bully somebody that way. Give them the answers they're looking for. Give them more support than they're expecting. Oh, you're asking about cancer? I'll let you know what I know. Here's what I know. You don't just say, oh, cancer is easily cured. Just go look it up, or what, cancer is easily cured. I would go, this is the company that I've been to. This is my experience with it. This is that. If I had the time, and I try to have the time as much as I can, but I'll definitely give you places to look. I'll definitely give you, other things to investigate or whatever. So never, ever say no to somebody. Help them. Just help them. Help people. That's how you build your business and build your reputation. And you may think you're knowledgeable in a certain area, and you may not know what the other person actually knows. Maybe they know more than you and you don't know. You don't know that. And especially at this time in our world, oh my gosh, we got, all this information coming from Telegram, from all these groups that we're in, and we act like, oh, well, we know what's actually happening behind the scenes is blah, 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 blah. You don't actually know. Do you know the actual sources of that information? Truly, for a fact, do you know? Do you ever stop to think why? Do you ever investigate it? Do you ever question your own thinking? Do you ever say, we have to be critical thinkers in this time. You don't just go along with the masses and what everybody else is thinking. That's what got us in this place in the first place. It's just going along with what everybody's saying. You don't think that person that you're talking to knows just as much as you do through the same channels? Yeah, well, maybe they've gone an extra mile and they've looked into things a little bit further and read books and da 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 da. And maybe you're the one who doesn't know what you're talking about, and you've got your ego involved in the whole thing. So if you find resistance from people like that, go with an easier route. Go contact somebody who is actually kind to you, who is supportive of you, who is helpful to you, who does have your back. If somebody looks at you and why would you blah, 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 and they put you off like that, like judgy, Do they have your back? Are you going to feel confident that they have your back? Have they gained your trust? Have they established any kind of rapport? No. In fact, now you're scared to talk to them. Now you're like, oh, God, well, I want more information from you, but God, if I get judgment every time or short answers or whatever, why am I doing that? And why would I refer you? Why would I, why would I send more business your way? This is how you establish yourself and you grow your business tremendously, is by being in your integrity, treating people the way you want to be treated. Is that the way you would want to be treated if you went to somebody with a concern? Think about the way that you talk to people, even whether it's email or phone or Zoom or whatever you're using. Here's another tip. Don't respond right away. Don't respond necessarily right away. Like, you want to be quick, but you don't want to be like knee jerk. Knee jerk means you just say it, and especially if it's out of your ego. Think about your answer for a minute. And for those of you who have YouTube channels and people who make comments down below kind of thing, before you feel like getting defensive about anything, take some time. Because so many times I've said something that I felt was okay to say, like, okay, I think that was a pretty good answer. Like, within about 24 hours, I'm like, oh, that was so much better of an answer. I wish I would have said that. That's happened a lot. I'm like, oh, well, I'll learn next time. And then the next time comes and I still go ahead and make a comment that is less than great, and I'm like, again. So I'm even learning. But just pause and wait, because don't you get those really awesome things to say if you can just put your ego back there and don't respond, just let it sit and simmer for a minute. Then all of a sudden you come forward with a really honorable response, a really compassionate, loving response. We're here to make an impact, and especially on God's children, on his chosen ones, on its chosen ones. God is consciousness. We need to support each other, and we're all coming from different backgrounds. We're all coming together into unification. We're here to help and work together. We are a team. So you got to strive to find those people who've truly got your back. You got to be that. You got to be that for everyone. Take out all judgments. Be there. Be supportive unconditionally, no matter your differences. Don't think you're better than somebody, because that's just insecurity. Don't put yourself, don't insult them. Don't make fun of them. Don't do any of that nonsense. That's childish. What are you in 5th grade or something? This is professionalism. This is top-notch professionalism. And it's also going to spread into our world. And these are also going to be the leaders of our new earth. So we need to either actually start acting that way or dealing with people who do act that way. Just keeping this as like, this is the bar to set. Don't settle for anything less than that kind of treatment, what I'm talking about. Expect respect, expect kindness, genuineness. Okay, so here's what I had down. Don't assume anything. Stay present and out of your head when you're talking. So that person who smarted off to me about that, they were obviously in their head and in their ego. Because if they had an open heart and they were truly listening with a pure heart and no ego, they would have just been supportive. What is it you're concerned about? What can I help you with? And I've got your back no matter what. You just tell me what your concern is and I'll take care of you. I'll get those answers for you. I will make sure that's covered. Or, hey, it's already covered and here's where it's covered. You got it. You got this. You're going to be good. I'll make sure of it. That's the energy we want to be putting out. We want to be everybody's mother bear, mama bear. Be somebody's mama bear. And only go to people who act like your mama bear too. Not in a fake way, because people can fake it too. But like truly do have your back. And they show you that time and again. And they always tell you the truth. And you can see that they're living that truth. Okay, so don't judge, support unconditionally, never say no. Provide solutions instead. No power plays using those short answers. Some people do power plays by talking really soft, so you can't really hear what they're saying. Then you have to lean in, what? And they're like, ooh, power. That's like, these power plays are in many different ways. But that's, again, whoever this is, if you deal with somebody like this, they're just insecure. They're just really insecure and you're triggering them. But they're not mature enough to see that and to deal with it differently. I catch myself sometimes. I catch myself and I correct it because I want to stay pure before God. Okay. So, I mean, back when I used to do readings at the lighthouse, I had a thing that I would do because, I mean, you get all types there, man. You get like really resistant biker types, like that look like they're going to just beat you up if you say the wrong thing or whatever. They get their arms crossed and they're like, I've had people like be really kind of almost mean, just horrible people. And sometimes, I had like whatever your strategy needs to be to treat everybody with kindness and respect, use that, use something. I used to use a visual though of a heart over the person. And I would be like, I don't know why that worked, but it did. I would just put a heart on the person and I could see this visual and I'd be like, treat them with love. It was just my reminder to myself, get out of your ego, treat them with love, So follow through on what you say you're going to do. Have good boundaries. Now, good boundaries are important because it also shows that you respect and love yourself. I had to tell somebody recently, and I'm not even sure she watches my videos. She's just one of those people who are just like, tell me if my person's coming. Tell me if they're coming. When are they going to contact me? You said they're going to contact me. And I've been like, I will not tell you a date. I will not do that. I'm not a prediction maker. I'm not some fortune teller. Okay. I'll tell you how to get your person to you faster by watching my playlist all about true love. That's what I made it for, is to get you guys in the perfect situation, have the perfect soil to grow that plant. You can't just sit around waiting for your person, right? You've got to be doing the work on yourself, and your partner has to be doing the work on themselves. It has to come together in divine perfect timing. So everybody's got to be doing their part. You can't just sit there twiddling your fingers and say, well, you said that he'd be here in 7 weeks and it's 7 weeks, but this person contacted me on Sunday. And I just had to remind her, this is my Sunday too. And she said, you can call me anytime. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? That just makes no sense. And she happens to be somebody that I bartered with. So maybe she felt like that was, oh, well, since you've crossed that line, maybe you'll cross all the lines and you'll just be my best friend for free and give me all kinds of advice. And I'm like, no, no. You've got to have good boundaries with these people. And I had to remind her, this is my weekend too. This is my weekend too. This is my Sunday. This is my day that I get to relax and do things I want to do, So, and I'd be happy to talk to you about your person. And I genuinely care about you and your person, but you've got to do it with respect. You've got to do it paying me to do that for you, unless we are friends. And if we are friends, it's because there's equal give and take. And I feel like I'm gaining as much from you as you are from me. And it's equal and it feels really good, So you just have to be on the lookout for that too, because you don't want to spend a bunch of extra energy just being a people pleaser, helping everybody, going the extra mile for everybody, using all your precious time and attention and wearing yourself thin. Black magic is doing all that it can right now. Dark forces are doing all they can right now to make us completely exhausted and run us around in circles and get us involved in everybody's drama, okay? You have to limit your drama. My drama is 1 to 5 Tuesdays and Wednesdays. It's in a little box. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 1 to 5. And I do it that way for a reason. I have hours for a reason. You go into those hours to protect me because boom, drama, problems, helping with all the psychic attacks or whatever's going on there. Okay. That's why I do it too. So I can be very, very present for those meetings. I can really be in the flow. I can really be channeling, and it's really concentrated, and it's very powerful. Outside of that, I want peace as much as possible. So, and people really take advantage. If you'll listen to them for a minute, they will take an hour. They'll take 2 hours. They'll take you, and they won't give a crap about you at all. They won't ask you about your situation, what's going on in your life. That is not a balanced situation, or whatever they're giving you needs to be perfectly balanced, and it needs to be made clear. Okay, so now, if you do this for me, I do this for you. So if I do this for you, is it okay that sometimes I call you and tell you, blah, 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 whatever it is, it needs to be an arrangement, not something sneaky or snuck in or underhanded, I guess. Make everything really clear with people, and really set your boundaries. Don't be a people pleaser. You don't need to people please anybody. And when you're in your honor like that, when you're in your integrity, they also know, wow, when you spend time with me, that's precious to me. I honor that. I know you don't go running around giving your attention to anybody just for nothing. You're purposeful in the attention that you give. It's like precious. It's important. It feels good that you're giving me your time and your energy right now, right? And it's a really good exchange. And it's fair. I like everything to be fair. And that's just the Libra in me. I have a lot of Libra influence. So, so have those boundaries. Go around obstacles rather than being held up. So this was like the biggest lesson ever. This is so funny that I did this. I had some things on a digital asset wallet, an external wallet. No, and it was online, not external. So, and I really didn't know what I was doing and whatnot. And I used a certain email address with Proton Mail that I didn't use anymore. And I couldn't gain access to it anymore because because they would ask ridiculous Proton Mail, ridiculous questions to try to get your email back. Absolutely. When was the last time you went in to check your email? Are you kidding me? Who writes that down? Okay, this is going to be the last time I log into my email. I better write that down. You never know that it's going to be the last time. It just slips away. And then pretty soon you don't look at it anymore. You don't have an official date and timestamp. Boop. That's when I stopped looking at my email. That's so freaking ridiculous. Another one is, whoa, what was your credit card? What was your credit card that you used 7 years ago when you created that account? Do you know how many credit cards I've been through in that time? Like, probably 5 or 6, and some of them I had to have replaced because people were trying to steal my identity, so I had to get new ones. I'm like, I would have to give them, like, I don't know, 6 to 10 different credit card numbers, and then they'd be like, well, you didn't know which credit card it was, so we're not allowing you to, who do they think they are? This is your account, right? Oh my gosh. So I was so frustrated. And demons are like, oh, give her a really hard time. Yeah, don't you even allow. Why should she get access to her email? She should have to jump through hoops. You should have to make her do this, that, and the other thing to prove who she is. I'm like, dude, I'll give you my freaking license. I will give you my whatever you want. I am who I am, and that is my email, okay? So, but they wouldn't hear anything. They would not compromise. They would not bend over at all for nothing. They were just so, I don't know, anal, very anal. And I do not appreciate the lack of support and service in that situation. Those were obviously demons there. And I was just like, you jerks, you try to just put a squash on anything I try to do. Anytime I try to get ahead or get supported in some way, you guys always got to piss on me, So I was so mad for so long, and I was just so frustrated because I was going to like to the crypto companies being like, why aren't you guys, could you guys just give me access to just change my email address? I don't have that email address and I don't have access. Well, you have to verify the link by sending it to that specific email address or you're fucked. And I'm like, that's not fair. And none of them would compromise. Everybody just, no, you are not changing. I was like, oh my gosh. So this went on forever. And I finally just gave up. I was like, apparently I can't access my digital assets anymore. I guess they're gone. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, maybe when the QFS starts up and and it's like infallible and you can and they who you are and what you've been linked to or whatever all kind of links together, maybe I'll go, oh, there's my email and I can access it now that there's no argument that I am who I am. I can actually get in there. So I was like, okay, come on, QFS, because I can't, find a solution to this for nothing. Um, all of a sudden, I prayed. I was like, God, thank you so much for helping me find a solution to that, because I really, really wanted a solution, and I was so frustrated. I didn't know what to do. Then I was like, it popped in my head. Now, this is not you remembering something or having an idea, by the way. This is the divine whispering in your ear. God said, opening up another account with your new email address. Duh. And I still had access to my other account because I could get in there. That was another frustrating thing. I was totally in there. I could see all my assets and everything. I just couldn't do anything with them because, everything you go to do, you have to put in your code. And the code would require going to verify it in my email, which didn't exist anymore. So all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh. And then everything started working again and things started flowing and I was like, yay. And I was able to transfer from one account to another one. But isn't that ridiculous? The hoops we have to jump through at this time. So are you contributing to somebody like me? Are you helping somebody like me to actually bust through that kind of bullshit? Are you helping somebody? Are you a leg up for somebody? Or are you just another blockage they're going to have to get around? Another frustration, another heartache. Are you working for demons or are you working for God? Are you making an impact, a positive impact on somebody's life? Or are you just feeding your demons, feeding your ego to feel better? Just be thinking about all these things in all of your dealings. Give yourself lots of time to respond to emails and comments. Treat each person as a VIP. You don't know whether you're going to need that person at some point in time and be desperate for their help. You don't know. Do you really want to, open your mouth and insert your foot to go say something nice to them? Oh, I'm sorry I treated you that way. Could you please provide this service for me now? Sorry I treated you like crap and judged you every time you reached out to me. Please don't judge me back. Yeah, and show interest, show genuine interest in people. Ask a lot of clarifying questions and show interest. Care. Okay, so I think that's all. Is there anything else you want to mention? Yes, what? Oh, she not that he on. Okay, so well, God says that he is watching it all. God's watching it all, and he's saying that you are going to get equal treatment back. Whatever you've been giving to people, however you've been treating people throughout this time, you're going to be getting that back in the days ahead. So if you don't want a bunch of disrespect, if you don't want no help at all, if you don't, then you better be thinking about a better way to be handling your customers and your clients if you're not already. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. Wow. So he actually made a point. God made a point right there. I'm watching. I see that you're listening to the demons. I see you're not doing your healing. I see that you're actually scared and you're taking it out on this person. I see you're not living in integrity. You're saying one thing and doing another. You know? Okay. So we have two readings today, two questions. I do that as a visual to tell when I have somebody. All right. So this person says it's order 6244. 6244. This person says, "Hi, Amy. My question today is, when will I embark on a new career path?" Okay. I would say soon, because this world is about to radically change very soon. How long is soon? Boy, I would say even 4 to 5 weeks, you might find out about a really great opportunity that's perfect for you. And any of you guys who want to call in such an opportunity, just keep saying and affirming, "Thank you guys so much for all the incredible opportunities being presented to me right now." You can add lucrative if you want, but we're all going to be lucrative in the times ahead. Thank you guys so much for all the incredible, lucrative, wonderful opportunities that align with my heart that are just pouring in the door right now. I'm so incredibly grateful for all these incredible opportunities being given to me right now. And they all resonate with my heart. I just love it. And I can't wait to get to work on all these incredible things. Thank you guys so much for aligning me with the absolute perfect opportunity for me that is going to benefit me in every way, shape, and form in my life. Be saying that. Hawashi shincha ekirite na waha. Okay, so when I'm yawning, I'm releasing energy. So there's some kind of blockage there. Tututanse he elohua na she yo. Oh, hi, well, hey, no, we all have black magic against us, and I feel like you do too. Something that's, they do everything from trying to frustrate us to having these people who don't cooperate with us at all and are totally unhelpful. They have, it doesn't end anywhere. They are always trying. Like with me, I'm always laughing, going, "Okay, what now?" Like I tried that failed. I tried that failed. I tried that. Okay, let me try this angle over here. Let me do, and I'm just like, could you guys just stop? Just stop. You're never going to succeed like you think you're gonna. You're never gonna get what you want. You can make me mad or frustrated or something, but not for very long because I know you're feeding off my luge. Just treat it like that. Just be like, this is just the demons playing around with me. What are they trying to get out of me? Okay, then I'll give joy. Just switch it around on them. Whatever they're trying to get you to feel, do the opposite. I do that all the time. And that's also how I stay high vibe. The demons keep me high vibe because they try to get me depressed or they try to get me discouraged or they try to get me that. And I jump up and celebrate and run around and I cheer and I get excited and I call a friend and I, cuddle my cats and whatever else. I raise my vibration because I'm attacked a lot of the times. So let it work, just like that Romans 18:38 or something. All things work together for good and God knows what he's doing. And he's allowing it for a reason, and it's becoming easier and easier and easier all the time. And I know they're putting in a lot more work than I am to try to do something to me that they'll never be able to do. So have a sense of humor about it all too. But yeah, you've definitely got some demons trying to stop you from making progress in that way and having the opportunity come through. I actually see like what was that? How was she no toike wa asa se there's already a path that you're supposed to be on. I mean, everything works out in perfect timing. It's just that there is something definitely calling to you that's supposed to connect already. That's supposed to have connected. Hawa she no kutan se wahi ina aike. Oh, tawa ina oin. I wonder if I have my cards here because it's always fun to look at these. Yeah, let's take a look. I haven't used these in a long time, these black magic cards. Okay, so let's find out. Okay. First, we're going to see what they've been doing to you. What have they been doing to her to try to keep her from getting on her best career path? What kind of black magic as either collective or private or whatever, there's so many different kinds. What have they been doing to her to keep her from her path? Ooh, what? They were afraid of what you could do if you were on that path. So think about that. They don't want you on that path because, well, like me, like they tried to stop me from being on this path because I was going to annihilate so much of the demon world. So they're like, no, 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 no. Tell her she's not good enough. Tell her that she could never compare to somebody else. Tell her, they were trying to make you feel depressed and disempowered. Does that ring a bell? Have you been feeling depressed or disempowered? That was those demons trying to keep you from that. Trying to attack those closest to you. See, that could be your cats, it could be your kids, it could be your husband, it could be just about anything. Have they been attacking them? Ill health. Oh, I have to take care of him before I can go do my career path. So many people don't realize those are demons trying to keep them from their path. Like, oh, but I have to take care of this needy person. Or, oh, I have to make sure this thing is done in my life first. Don't listen to that stuff, you guys. You do what you're feeling inspired to do now and do it now, because if you wait, you're going to have a tower moment, meaning something crumbling down on you. Involved a succubuses. I don't claim to know a lot about all these different beings. I just know they exist. Succubuses use sexual energy. They seduce you. So maybe you had somebody seduce you. I don't know. But that's fairly common. The Jezebels that keep the masculine stuck for so long, they definitely got that. They were trying to steal your good energy. Sometimes they do that. Like I've had it to where I've watched a really sweet moment in a movie and I'm just like, oh, that's so beautiful. Ow. Minute I feel this incredible, beautiful feeling. They stab me in the heart. I'm like, seriously? And I just start laughing. I'm like, really? Like, what is that going to do? That's so stupid. Oh, okay. So I feel this pain in my heart. So it's like, oh my gosh. Sometimes you have to just be like, why? Where do they even think this stuff up? So yeah, that's one way that they steal your good energy sometimes when something great happens. Or like last night, my cat finally was playing around and he'd been tranquilized. They kept tranquilizing him and tranquilizing him, and I kept having to take him out of it and take him out of it. It's like they put him under, I bring him back. They put him under, I bring him back over and over. And I felt so bad for him. I was like, we got to play. We got to play, okay? So we're going to do that. And I built them a really cool fort and made it so much fun. And we were laughing and playing and having this incredible time. And all of a sudden, when I go sit to relax after that, all hell broke loose. He got attacked and was running all over the place, banging into things, flying off of things, flying off the wall. My other two cats are like going, what the hell? And like he's just freaking running through the tunnels, running outside, running back in the house, running here and running there. And I was just like, you go, boy, you got this. You got this. I could tell he was like in a battle with the dark side. And I could see it all playing out around me. And I'm just like rooting him on and giving him my energy. And I'm letting him do it so that he can train himself. He can go through his proper training like I need to do. I was watching him, but I was also supporting him to not get injured or hurt or anything. But it's like that's another way that they'll steal your good energy. We were happy, we were content, the whole family was having a great time, and then boom, that has happened. Or they'll steal your dreams. Did that happen? You were thinking about, oh, what kind of career would I want? I think I'd want to do that. That'd be so cool. I think I'm going to look it up on the internet. I think I'm going to start daydreaming about. I think I'm going to make like a dream board, and you start taking some actions on it, just little tiny things, which is exactly what God wants you to do. Just go forward, just a little bit at a time is enough, and then all of a sudden something happens and you can't get on your computer anymore. It's like, really? Or you can't make your daydream board. You can't make that now. Or Or you see an advertisement pop up randomly that says, you can't do that unless you're certified. If you want to be, and then you get all discouraged. Like, I didn't know you had to get certification to do that. Stuff like that. Need to have 3 years of this in order to go get that certification. 2, it's way too big for you. You don't want to go up that hill, So, but they are letting you know you're safe. The protection is already there. I wonder if you're in my daily boost or something. So yeah, these are all the different ways they've been trying to keep you. Hexes are created through spell work, an elaborate, intentional spell, a series of words with magical power. Did you guys hear me the other day when I knew somebody who found underneath their desk, somebody had taped a bunch of words that they were trying to attract to them? Discouraged, disempowered, blaming, I think the word blame was on there, and like I don't know, defeat, and all the like 20 words were on there. And I was like, oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. Like that is just rotten. But they do that, and they'll like get together and do all these seances and stuff. It's ridiculous. Okay. So somebody was really upset, and they attacked those closest to you and did some kind of crazy, or maybe they went to somebody who does the crazy seances. I have I have famous people. I have celebrities attacking me because their divine masculine loves me. And I'm just like, yeah, thanks for choosing them over me. And then thanks now that I'm getting attacked by them because you still love me and they know it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No reward in any of it. Nothing there for me in any of it, except in education and training. Thank you. So here's some ways that you can identify who this is. This person who I just heard like butt hurt. They got butt hurt. All right. Oh, they're saying raise your vibration to align with your career. Raise your vibration. Pour urine outside your doors. Have you ever tried that? Rebuke the satanic energy. I command and demand, I do not consent. And if you're in the daily boost, then you know the prayer I give you guys to use. Work with someone else trusted, like me. Come to me about that if you want. A brunette. Say an Archangel Michael prayer. Use walnut flower essences. You already suspect the person. You already suspect the brunette. They're older than you. They were in your past. Okay, general energies. They've been in your home. So I don't know. Hopefully that helps you identify who that was. I have somebody in my ear. They say that you have a fairy that they want you to be aware of, and you could talk to the fairy, and the fairy would be able to help you figure some of that out too. So maybe do the Divine Guidance Council meeting that I have on YouTube. You put in my name and put in Divine Guidance Council, it'll come up. And if you learn how to do that, yeah, you can start talking to your fairies and stuff, and they could help you with all this. But let's clear you. Let's clear you of the black magic and help. And I already kind of did this, but let's just make sure that the line to you and your destiny, and they try to steal your destiny too. They try to, or they try to steal your dreams. I'm just like, dude, anybody could have my dream. I'd be happy for them to have my dream. Do you want to go make a crazy cat house a really cool place for your animals? Do it. I would encourage it. I would celebrate for you if it were genuine. But why would you go create a fake life, just to have something that I had? They're weird. They're really weird. But they do they'll try to steal your dreams. There's enough for everybody, you guys. There's enough for everyone. Nobody needs to be in a state of lack in the days to come. Okay. So, but yeah, they could have been trying to steal your dreams. Well, I don't want her to have that happen. I want to have that happen. Okay, well, how about both of you have whatever you want happen? How about that? Hapai wo shishi no tutu sa se iai. Oh, ha shin. Turu so se koin. Tititen se e. Wa shishi. Tutu san se waike. Chan chi kite. Porsche hoa. Turu ha na. Oh. Oh. That was a demon attacking me, trying to get me not to say the blissing. Okay. I think we've made the connection. It's just a matter of God's perfect timing to make it happen. And I did get something around 5 weeks, but timelines are constantly shifting right now. Trying to predict time is just something kind of silly right now. It just does, it won't work. It won't work. And they're playing with our time. They're slowing our time down, speeding it up. They're doing whatever they can to mess with us. Putting in kinks in our spokes, trying to put off the RV, trying to, like, believe me, but I'm on it, you guys. I spent, like I said, I spend like 3 hours a day just about clearing all this that I find. Surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. And I would also recommend meditating for sure. Surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions, and don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. Yay. Do it for you, not for anybody else. You don't listen to anyone else. Surrender low self-esteem. You probably have those demons telling you you can't do it or you're not deserving somehow. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Surrender your desire to control people. Being over-controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. And that could be just trying to control the situation too, like trying to make things work to your favor or whatever. You just got to surrender sometimes and just know that God's going to work it out in perfect time. Surrender to play in the meantime. Take a break from overthinking a goal and do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Okay. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. That whole thing about, like, don't do what others want you to do has something to do with people pleasing. Speak your needs. You know what? Go to YouTube and watch some videos on people pleasing. It could help. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Okay. All right, so I hope that helps. And yeah, obviously, if you want to schedule a 20 or 45-minute reading, you can do that. Just go to awakenedalliance.org and go to the services page. And please, anybody who wants to order something from me, please read the instructions, because some of you sometimes come to me and ask me questions that are already on there, and I'm like, well, didn't it say? Yeah, I thought I put that on there, I'll go look at it and I'm like, yep, it's there, So could you please, if you're going to order anything from me, please take a look and just read the whole paragraph that comes with it, whatever service you're ordering. Thank you. All right. So next, you guys remember that commercial? Okay. 6246. 6246. Hi, Amy. I really have a strong urge to start deep into something to get out of this crazy matrix job. But my mind wow, today's all about work. Something to get out of this crazy matrix job. But my mind literally thinks of so much stuff and I want to fulfill them all, but I need a push in the starting position of what to focus on. Can you please tell me what area I need to focus this on to spread my wings in my love job? Right, let's see. For some reason, I feel like you need to get one of these. I forget what they're called, which makes it kind of hard. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go get my phone for you and look it up. Hang on a minute. Okay. So now that's customer service. That's how it's done, you guys. Let me not be lazy. Let me actually go grab my phone somewhere and bring it back for an answer for you because I want to be what? Helpful to you. Okay. Triskelion. Triskelion. I feel like you might need one of those. So you can look it up and see what they're about. All right. So let's see about your, how does she get on the right track? God, yeah. Also like the last person, like have a high vibration, be imagining. Okay. So they're saying this was really fun when I did this one time. I wrote on my fridge, I put a contract that said my dream job. I work in people, I have great relationships with my coworkers. We all work together really great. I love being there. I'm respected. I respect others. Um, blah, blah, blah. I get a lot of emotional fulfillment from the work that I do. And I just wrote out this paragraph of everything that I get paid more than I would have ever expected. You could put a specific amount, just write it all out on a contract. You could even say your love life, how I want to be treated in my love life is I want to be respected. I want us both to want to work as a team together and for us to treat each other really kindly and blah, 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 and have no fighting or any of that kind of nonsense. We work it out. We talk it out. So all of your intentions for all these different areas of your life, and then down to the bottom, you sign and date it. And so it is done, or so it be. Um, and yeah, and you'll, when I did that, the one time I did do that, I was so surprised, just like, I think it took about 2 months. About 2 months later, I was shocked when I looked at the fridge. I was like, oh my gosh, all that stuff has come true. Everything I put on there, it came true. So we are created to manifest things. We're created to create things. We are creators by our nature. So definitely spend a few minutes every day meditating on that. You could do it just a few minutes several times a day to really feed the energy, put it in your vortex, get it going, get the universe like, this is what I want. This is what I want. And believe it or not, that the energy is just as good as taking other kind of actions. Um, yeah, so I'm laughing because I was just talking about how my divine masculine, one of my divine masculines, like has all these other like celebrity people who are all attacking me, and even he is attacking me, sending me black magic, trying to keep me from finding any other kind of love. And I'm just like, dude, that's so cheating. Like that is. You think I'm going to be with you when you've used black magic to get me? I don't think so. Do I have stupid over my head? So, but my point is though that energy work is the key to everything. Energy is more powerful than anything. Energy trumps over physical stuff. I know that our world teaches the opposite. If you don't see it, it doesn't exist, but it's quite the opposite. It's another way they've duped us. So, or your energy, or keep correcting your energy. If you keep going, oh man, I'm frustrated. I never seem to get ahead and get my foothold in that, whatever I want to do. I would definitely like imagine it. Imagine going through the door at your work and being like, oh, it feels so great to be here. Or waking up and being like, oh my gosh, I love my job. Or at the end of your night being like, God, thank you so much for this incredible, fulfilling job. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. And you always want to pray as if it's already happened. So thank you guys so much for this incredible opportunity. I am so excited and so happy to be here. And I'm paid so much more than I ever thought I could ever be worth. And I'm so excited and so happy to have all these wonderful people I get to work with. I would just milk that energy and just affirm it and affirm it and affirm it. Or you could do energy work on yourself and you can imagine yourself like in front of you and invisible, and you can just kind of scrape down any blockages or negativity. Or if you imagine a ball in your field that's kind of a big boulder in the way, just remove that, throw it away, turn it into butterflies. Whatever works for you, whether you remove it for your field or work on it in your field, or you pray for it, or you affirm it, or you bliss it, or if you're a daily booster, you've got that prayer that you can use, and you would just say the opposite. So so there's all kinds of things like that you can be doing energetically without even lifting a finger, it's going to make way more of a difference for you than actually physically doing anything about it. Hawa which I'll do for you right now. So we're going to remove blockages, and we're going to align you like the other person. We're going to align you with this, and it start to roll forward and start to actually happen. What's this say? Why she black magic again? Saying why? Why? Okay, so I guess since I did it for the other person, I'll go ahead and do some black magic inquiries about this. What were they doing? Wait a minute. Oh, wow. God is avenging you, and they're feeling it. Wow. They were attacking you through sound. Sometimes they send frequencies. It's someone who wants to be with you. There was a reason I mentioned that. It's so incredible how God works. When I talk about my personal life, sometimes, all the time. When I talk about my personal life, either on these videos or on the phone with a client, there's a reason that it happens. Somebody wanted to be with you or wants to be with you. So they're trying to harm, that maybe your career will take you to another place. And they know that. These guys who do black magic all the time, they know stuff that's going to be going on in your future, and they try to stop it. It could be that your self-confidence soars through the roof, and you won't want to be with them. When that happens, they'll do that in that case too. But yeah, God is avenging you. Avenging you means making it right somehow. So God is doing something to them that they're not happy about, and they're feeling it. Tried sending their sickness to you. They do that too. They have their tricks. Oh, I'm sick right now. Here, let me put it on that person. Such cowards. Okay. Oh, you can't go through a little cold. You can't go through a little flu. Oh. Involve dream warfare. They do that too. If you guys have had those dreams where they're trying to find stuff out, like they're trying to get you to give up your password, or they're trying to get you to like see where you go to look for your passport if you lose it in your dream, where do they go to look? And that's probably where they keep it, Or like, who is it that they're scared of most? Who appears, we're going to leave like a space in their closet for like something scary to come out of the closet. And then let's see what her subconscious mind comes up with as to the person that comes forth. Oh, that's the person we need to go after next, or whatever. I mean, they're always plotting and planning and using what we're doing in our dreams. And they'll even like my prior masculine, I call him my prior masculine now. I don't have a masculine now. I'm not dating anybody. I'm not even interested in anybody at this point right now, because nobody is doing nothing. They're all waiting for, I don't know, some kind of grand opportunity sometime in the future that's good, that may or may not ever happen for them. So, but I got nobody right now. Nobody on the radar. I am interested. I actually am interested, but I'm only interested to the degree that I am keeping my peace, and I am not going to interfere with anything at all whatsoever anymore at all. They have to do all the work now, because I've done plenty of work to try to make things connect with certain people. And yeah, I'm not even making an effort. So why did I say that? I don't know. Apparently I needed to say that. I know some of you guys have asked anyway, but I'm saying that, yeah, I forget what I was saying. So I guess it doesn't matter. This is to help you wake up to your power. Wow. Tried attacking those close to you. Involved a succubus. Again, succubuses are, I got to clear succubuses today. Hi, sweetie. You want a treat? Yeah. You haven't gotten a treat for a bit, huh, honey? There you go, sweetie. All right. How about she? Okay, so they were older than you. They were an entrepreneur. It's already done. They've already taken care of you. Got some major protection going on. Ignore it. They just wanted a reaction. Sometimes they even want you to like go to them. Oh my gosh, they're a cryptid or used a cryptid. Cryptid is like a creature that people don't know about, like Bigfoot, werewolves, like just other creatures that aren't like included in a part as a part of our society. Raise your vibration, use a crystal, rebuke the satanic energy, ring a bell, pour urine outside your doors, and call on dragons. That's what you get for like what you should do about it and who did it. So those got mixed up together. Okay, so yeah, hela shishingo tutata tutata ina o iko. They said get out and get some fresh air too. Get outside. So all of this stuff is going to help this come forward for you, or for you to start making some headway. Use your imagination to your advantage. Be, imagining the phone call. Hey, there's this opportunity you can come be part of, or imagining running across a piece of information where you're just like, oh, or you could be praying, oh my gosh, thank you, God, so much for leaving me a trail of breadcrumbs to follow that actually, help me make progress in this. Thank you, God, so much for helping me follow my dreams in an obvious way so that I always know, yeah, that's it. And I keep going toward the right way. Okay, so what does she need to surrender? Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. I very highly recommend you doing that. Go here on YouTube, go put in the search Amy Satori and then the word misery. And there's going to be an exercise that comes up that's thank you, God, for my misery. I would absolutely do that. Do that. Okay. Tune into your inner voice, the trust or surrender to your intuition. Tune into your inner voice and be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, and knowings or aha moments that come through to guide you. Surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. So think bigger. Surrender to wonder and awe. Wow, what's about to happen? Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of love. Surrender to passion. Dang, girl, what you got going on? Okay, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Follow the promptings I just got too. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. All right. So I guess we're good. Let me do a general blessing for everybody. All right. So just take a deep breath. Let all negativity go. Anything that you haven't found a solution for, I just want you to just let it, just shake it off, even just shake it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching and for being here and liking, sharing, subscribing, and ordering from me. I really appreciate your business. I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate you watching. All right, talk to you later.